terms of the $5 level and certainly at the $2.50 level, which is $30 a year. Municipal governments have been under attack, just as our citizens who are earning less money or they haven't been able to keep up because of actions by the legislature and its wisdom to limit the levy increases that we can do. I did a little research, and our mill rate since 2005 has been basically identical. So for the past 12 years, we have done very, very substantial belt tightening. That has involved reorganization of the police department, reorganization of the fire department, reorganization of the Department of Public Works, and also getting rid of 40 employees there. The library has dramatically changed its management. So to somehow suggest that the city government has been unresponsive to the economic needs of our community, I think is just not true. And even if that were the case, even if there is a fairly high tax burden, $30 a year is not going to make that difference. And what it is going to do, just so we are real clear, it's taking $550,000 of income away from our city, right? Now, our projected, if we had kept the garbage fee at $5 per household per month, we would have basically, without adding any new firefighters, we would basically been able to balance the budget. With the elimination of essentially $550,000, because that's, it's the power of numbers, that $2.50 a month translates into $550,000 a year for us. With eliminating that, and again, without adding the firefighters, which is close to $300,000, we're looking at a $550,000 budget shortfall. Now, we have, and I think Alderman Warren would agree, we have picked all the low-hanging fruit, we have picked the mid-fruit, and I'm not sure that we can afford a ladder to get up to the high fruit if there's any out there at all. So, we just need to know that when we take this action tonight, it has consequences for us. First of all, this garbage fee, if it is taken away, can never be added back without reducing our levy. A direct dollar for dollar. $550,000 is gone and will not be recovered. So that is an important thing that we're doing here today. Now, I understand that 82% of our budget is for services. You know why that is? So that's if my car gets broken into, I call the person at the police department who comes to help me. If my mom falls down the stairs, I call the fire department, and 3 borough firefighters are there to help me with my mom and provide quality care. When my children were growing up, the library was a refuge. It's a place they hung out in the adult section in the history books for hours at a time. It was a very important part of our family. I'm a tree lover. I love our trees. I know that we're going through some tough times with the Emerald Ash Borer, but the money that we give to Public Works keeps our trees maybe not quite as wonderful as we would hope if we had even more money, but we have beautiful parks. Come and visit us because, we say to relatives, we'll go to one of our parks. It's just beautiful here in Sheboygan because we have the resources to take care of things. Nobody likes to pay taxes. At the federal level and at the state level, we often it's like a hole, like where is the money going? How is it being used? But here in the city, I don't think of it as a tax, I think of it as a fee for services. I live here and I get all this good stuff because I pay this fee every month, or my husband and I pay this fee every month. And I get to live in a beautiful city that's very safe, crime rate going down, where one of the reasons there are so few fires is because we've done such a good job of educating people about fire hazards and installing fire alarms and things like that. So we've done a really good job at making this a beautiful place. It's like buying a house and saying, this year I'm just not going to do the windows. The roof can fall in. Who needs to be painted? We bought this house and we're just not going to take care of it. We here as alders are charged with taking care of this house, which is the city. And if the garbage fee goes away, I know $2.50 a month seems like nothing. But if you put all of that money together, it's real money, and we need it. And I would suggest that if we, frankly, the thing that I am hearing from constituents and from myself is road repairs. You know, I talked about kicking the can down the road. Well, the problem now is the can gets stuck in a pothole. So repairing our roads, and I know that we all got I think most of us got a deal on our desk about road repairs. Dave Beagle has done a fabulous job of telling us just how important this work is. Now here's the deal. If we put it off, because we're $550,000 short, does it get cheaper? No. $2 in 10 years becomes $6. And so we're not protecting our citizens from this $2.50. We're making sure that in 10 years, unless the city goes to hell because we haven't taken care of it, we're going to ensure that they have to pay more. We've put this off for a long time. We have a fiduciary responsibility to our constituents. It's just the way it is. And, you know, obviously I feel strongly about this, but I think that we need to think really carefully and thoughtfully about this, and not just say, hey, it feels good to get rid of taxes. When Mayor Perez got elected in 2005, within 100 days, that council got rid of the wheel tax and the stormwater fee management tax. Never to come back except for the wheel tax just recently. So it makes a difference. It takes a long time to recover from these things. We just can't cut off our nose to spite our face on this one.
Thank you for those comments.